I asked Manny this question about camp MVPs. You have one yet for defense, a guy that you give a fake award
I think obviously, and they're probably the two obvious choices for guys that have really just been really consistent. Is obviously Shaq and we had some good surprises. I think, I keep saying, but DJ Ivey is really starting to show off. Gilbert Fryerson's another guy. Maybe it's not a household name yet, but those are two guys that are continuing to get better every single day.
Like, what are you looking for at the scrimmage, your last chance to kind of be with those guys in that kind of situation for a while?
I'm looking for, the first thing is execution, but I want to see them having fun, play together. Obviously, great effort and great energy, and if they can do those things, and the rest will take care of itself. But this is a time, it's a dress rehearsal where we're going to Orlando, and we need to use this to our benefit. It's not just a spring game. We need to go and make this as realistic as a preseason game as we can make it.
Where do you stand at the line of scrimmage right now, particularly defensive tackle? I mean, we know you have great ends. Mm-hmm. How are the interior guys been doing this spring?
They're doing really well. Pat Bethel has had a really solid spring. The big surprise out of that group to me, John Ford and Nesta. Those two they have had spectacular springs. Tyreek Martin's doing some good things inside. So I think we got a solid group in there. We got to, obviously at all positions continue to get better, but they've been a pleasant surprise. I know a lot of them hadn't played a ton of football, but they're doing some really good things inside.
Coach, you may have already spoken to this, but how much can you limit what you're actually doing this Saturday, considering the proximity of the games for the rookie, and how good is it for these players to be able to walk on that field, practice on that field before the field?
We'll limit what we do. Every spring game, we don't need to show our hand, and we'll be simple. Like I said, I just want to see them execute. But the fact that we're going up there a day earlier and making it, we're making it a preseason game, and in college you don't get any of those. So to me, it's a huge benefit, and we have to take full advantage of that.
Like, how has Joyner responded, obviously having to shift over to linebacker?
He's doing really well, and we're going to move Pat probably will play Mike and Will this Saturday, and he's doing a good job. I mean, a lot's being thrown at him. Like I said, we're going to keep it really simple and let him play, but he's come in with a great attitude. He's meeting extra. He wants to do well, and I think he can fill a role there for us.
The linebackers were off Brooks. Where do you sort of see them fitting in once they put on weight and they're physically ready to help you guys?
With where we're at numbers-wise, I think they're going to be called on early. As far as position, do you mean?
Yeah.
Sam will probably start at Mike, and Avery probably at Will. But our Mike and Will are pretty interchangeable. Okay. So we'll see once they get here and get to work with them and maybe see them move more and make those decisions down the road.
Like, what will your summer be like in terms of preparing for not just Florida, but the ACC schedule opponents that you haven't seen before? You personally, the other guys on the staff have obviously seen them, but what do you anticipate your summer being like?
I'll probably spend a week or so on every opponent just to familiarize myself, to who they were last year, and then maybe to the point where we're playing. But I got some catching up to do in that department.
Have you already started with Florida stuff already?
Yes, already started looking at them, and have some experience. When I was at Louisiana Tech, we played Mississippi State when he was there, when Coach Mullen was there, and then obviously with Coach Diaz being with him at two different stints. So, but yeah, we've already started watching some of them.